Hey, everybody, it's Rick. Listen, today has been another great day for the Trump administration. And by great day for the Trump administration, I mean another day in which the radioactive shit show of a administration run by a group of goons, incompetents, weirdos, skells, freaks, low rent criminals, vagabonds, um, sterno bums, guys who live behind the bus station, crazy conspiracy theorists, and others um, have once again foisted a day of chaos and destruction on America. However, Elon Musk today, everybody likes to say FAFO and the finding out thing. The uppance, which he was definitely due for, came today. About a month ago, I wrote a piece called Kill Tesla, Save the Country. It got the usual freak out, hair tearing, manic reaction from the Elon stands and from the Trump right and from the MAGA scream machine. But I was right. I was absolutely right. I wrote that if the pressure from the American people echoed the same pressure that Elon was under from people in Germany and France and China and everywhere else where Tesla are are now not sold. They're not sold because no one will buy them. My argument was if you push that same public reaction against their product and you have a cultural shift on their product, then Tesla's pricing is is going to be disproportionate to the market. He's going to slide. He's going to keep sliding. And the main source of Elon's fuck around, the main source of Elon's wealth, is his Tesla stock. There's a whole constellation. I can explain it to you in greater depth. I do so in the article, which is now on the free side of the paywall. It's called Kill Tesla, Save the Country. Elon depends on that Tesla stock price being at a certain mark. It's well below it already. It's going lower by the day. He is now going to leave government. Their profits are down 71%. This is now a fire sale. He is in so much financial trouble with that company. I'm shocked. Any actual board would have thrown him off already. The shareholder lawsuits that are coming towards him, like a billion freight trains, are going to be amazing to watch. But Elon's leaving the government. Now he's going to say, I've accomplished my mission. He doesn't do shit except harm. And this is what's important to remember. One of the reasons he's leaving the government right now is that Tony the pollster and Chris LaCivita and Susie Wiles and this very large constellation of smart people have been polling out there for since the minute Trump walked in the door. Don't let them ever tell you they don't poll. They poll constantly. They've identified Elon correctly. We identified it like 5 minutes after he walked in the door, was going to become a cancerous, poisonous element of the Trump administration. For the last 100 days, Elon has been a chaos agent, breaking Social Security, breaking veterans' benefits, stealing your personal data, all these things. And they have a belief that once Elon walks out the door, it's all over. And that no one will talk about him again. And that the damage he's done and the harm he's caused will just disappear. Here's the thing. If you borrow my truck and wreck it, I'm not going to forget. Okay? If you kill my dog, I'm not going to forget. America's not going to forget that this was the guy who called Social Security a fraud and a Ponzi scheme and said that we need to have every government employee write 5 things they've done every week, and who had spies throughout the government going through your personal data, which they still do. And those people will remain after Elon is quote unquote off the scene. But he is a radioactive waste product now. And the great thing about radioactive waste products is that they have a half-life. And that half-life goes on and on and on. Some of them are really, really terrible. Some half-lives are 30,000 years. Some half-lives are shorter. Elon's half-life is going to definitely last through the 2026 election and beyond. He was one of the most consequential mistakes Trump made in the early going of this. They thought they would be generating all these savings from the chaos. When Russ Vought and Elon and all these guys planned this out, and we're going to be speaking a lot more about Russ Vought soon, folks. When they planned all this out, they really wanted this shock and awe effect. They wanted Americans to be so stunned by this amazing, fast moving destruction that they would just sit down and go, okay. You know what they didn't do? Americans didn't sit down and go, okay. They have flooded the zone. They have punched back, pushed back, fought back, and they're still doing it. But Elon now has to run back home to Tesla, try to get the company on track, not understanding no matter what technical innovations he produces now. And frankly, these cars are dated at this point. They're not great cars anymore. They're not amazing new shiny products. They're old. They haven't really introduced a lot of new materials except for the Duschpanzer in the last few years. So he's going to have to go back and try to save his company, which is all his money wrapped up in it. Okay. He's going to have to go try to fix his rocket company, which he's also neglected. But he's still going to want to have his people in the government. He's still going to want to have all the little weird incel fuckboys throughout the government, causing the chaos, causing the trouble, spying on you, spying on Americans, going through our data, our tax returns. And by the way, the person he wants to give all that to is Peter Thiel and Palantir. That sounds great. Fuck off. No. But Elon is absolutely now worn out his welcome in Trump world. Susie Wiles been trying to get him out from the first day. They hated him from the first day. They knew the damage he was causing. And the damage he's caused, everybody, don't forget about this. You get to make those ads in every campaign in this country for a long time. You know, George Soros, who Republicans freak out about, right? The peak of George Soros' influence was back in the mid 2000s, like 2008, 2006. But they still treat him as if he is the evil mastermind behind every progressive action. Every Democrat is psychically controlled by George Soros. It's horseshit. They know it. But guess who gets to be the boogeyman now forever and ever? It's you, Elon. It's you, Chief. Now, look, Elon's going to go home and spend more time with his fascism, but he's never going to go away from our political system because he has become the symbol of the most damaging and most corrosive aspects of the Trump administration. Trump's having a bad week, folks. The polls are still going down. Besant is sending every signal in the world now that that Donald Trump is going to bow, bend the knee, tug the forelock, place his head on the stones before the feet of Emperor Xi, because Trump has fucked the dog, screwed the pooch. He got in a trade war he couldn't win. He's trapped in it now. It's so grotesque and horrible. And I really feel terrible for him. So bad for him. Sorry, I can't even bullshit you guys. What we're going to see, though, Elon's departure, we will see that he broke key parts of the government that needed to work, that he harmed veterans, that he harmed seniors, that he harmed American farmers, that he harmed American citizens, that he harmed our environment, that he harmed our national parks. Yeah, man, we spend so much on national parks. That was the key cut, fuckboy. Jesus. But look, Trump's having a bad week. Elon's having a bad day, a bad week, bad life, bad year. Keep up the pressure. We're 100 days in. They've done tremendous damage, but a lot of the damage they've done is reflected back onto them. A lot of the harm they've caused is equally harming them. Every Republican in the House of Representatives right now who doesn't have an R plus 30 seat is, if you put a lump of charcoal in their asses, between their ass cheeks at night, you could pop out a diamond. They're so nervous. Okay. These people are in a very high key of fear. And they're in a high key of fear for a very simple reason. Donald Trump and Elon Musk have fucked this country hard. But the country is not going to take much more of it. Talk to you soon.